How many of you saw Wicked or Phantom right here on this campus? That doesn't happen everywhere. It happens here in Kalamazoo. And you know, to stand here, considering the future where we will be the home of a new medical school, which is already taking off to a great foundation with a $100 million gift, a $100 million gift to move that foundation, a foundation that will be led by Dr. Hal Jensen, the founding dean. And Doctor, would you stand and let us recognize you this evening? One of our new leaders in the community. Now, the spirit of Western resonates throughout the city and helps drive success in Kalamazoo. I sat in a room last Thursday at a Michigan Urban Strategy Workshop with mayors and leaders from around the state. Now, the main message I heard that day, and the message that will resonate tonight, is that our future relies in our spirit of innovation, our community partnerships, and private collaborations as we work to deliver core services. Over the past few months, we know our governor, Governor Schneider, proposed his roadmap to address the challenges we face in Michigan. He's been talking about job creation, a 2-year outcomes-based budget, government reform, education, and certainly the field I work in, healthcare. Now, although the current state of our city is strong, we face serious challenges that threaten many of our community's accomplishments. But when I think about Kalamazoo's history, and I'm certainly thinking about it all the time, I am humbled. I am humbled by our community's strengths and how we as a people and as businesses and as institutions, how we've managed to still accomplish great things during adversity. And today is no exception. Because today is no exception, we continue to seek better jobs through our partnership with Southwest Michigan First, because Kalamazoo is the epitome of what Ron Kitchens, the executive at Southwest Michigan First, says. He calls it community capitalism. Now, this boils down to our ability to take advantage of unlikely partnerships and collaborations that promote job growth while keeping the best and brightest right here in Kalamazoo. Because today is no exception, we created a 2-year outcomes-based budget 6 years ago. And our city's financial health, and 2 years ago, we looked at everything we were doing and put it on a scorecard. That was us, and that was well before the governor's proposals. Because today is no exception, we continue to focus on education as the home of the nationally acclaimed Kalamazoo Promise. Because today is no exception, we have not wavered in our 10-year quest to bring affordable housing to Kalamazoo. Because today is no exception, we have been working with the county and the city of Portage to figure out areas where we can consolidate services. This is, again, an undertaking that we embarked upon well in advance of the governor's proposals. Simply put, we are a community of people determined to protect our values and our future with no exceptions. Now, can we do better? Absolutely. Absolutely, we can do better. But all indications show that our community's roadmap has provided the foundation for us to stay a step ahead of most Michigan cities and at the same time build upon existing opportunities. Now, although the governor has a plan, it is important we continue to focus on what's vital and most vital to our city, such as our fiscal condition as it relates to our ability to control cost, our support, of course, of our young people as they reach for the promise, our ongoing efforts to ensure safety and security for all our residents, which enhances our ability to better our quality of life and continue to be the model city the governor talks about often. However, we know balancing the budget for 2012 will be a challenge with decreasing revenues and new standards for receiving state funding. We've been talking as a commission about this. These folks have been leading on this and learning what the challenges are that we face. The governor has a new economic vitality incentive program that requires each community to compete for the same level of levels of state funding, which is state shared revenue. Now these are dollars, our own dollars that are our sales tax, and those dollars truly belong to us. So what you're going to see is villages with 500 residents will compete against cities with hundreds of thousands of residents for the same funds. Now, Kalamazoo is not Detroit, and Three Oaks is not Grand Rapids. I'm not sure this cookie-cutter approach does its best for our needs. I don't think this cookie-cutter approach addresses the uniqueness of our community, and I believe we're pretty unique. Here are the facts. Companies in our community not only provide services, but employ our residents, which in turn stimulates our local economy. Another fact, unlike Battle Creek and Grand Rapids, we do not impose a local income tax. Our income is based primarily on property tax revenue. So let me tell you, when you combine the decreased home ownership and a city with limited available land to develop, it creates a major dilemma. The fact is that the Kalamazoo of tomorrow will depend more strongly on how we work together today. Now, Forbes magazine has applauded Kalamazoo as an economic anomaly in a state that has suffered one of the country's highest unemployment rates, a falling population, and epic outmigration. This article, titled "The Midwest Coming Back," the author states, "The new brand of Midwest realism has been embraced for years by some regions. For example, nonpartisan business leaders and civic leaders in Kalamazoo, Michigan, have pushed both, and I'll say both again, both educational reforms and economic diversification. The region, though hardly booming, has done better than the state overall and is experiencing an entrepreneurial and community renaissance." That's us, talking about us. Now, the author's comments can be seen in our ongoing collaboration with the Western Michigan University Business and Technology and Research Park. It can be seen in our work of the Downtown Development Authority and all the boards and volunteers who have made our downtown a vibrant and exciting regional destination. It can be seen in the work of the Brownfield Initiative. Commissioner Bell, I believe you sit on that for the city, which this initiative has brought $184 million, created 1,500 jobs, developed 54 residential structures since 1996. Now, this is including one of our new opportunities, downtown, with Mavcon Construction. This $10 million, I'd love to have that in my pocket right now, and I don't. This $10 million investment, called Metropolitan Center, is a mixed-use development in our historic 100 block of East Michigan Avenue. Now, this is a project that is supported by amazing community partners, more than I can count. All of these, whether it's the downtown efforts, whether it's the efforts of the business park, all of these have helped lower our unemployment to 9.4%, lower than the state average. That deserves some applause. We've also witnessed great companies like Bell's investment of more than $50 million, adding 65 jobs. Lynx Network, who received $33 million as part of the REACH broadband stimulus to fund a 955-mile fiber optic network across Michigan. Now, they are building one of their sites here, and they are creating 40 jobs. Grand Elk Railroad, who's located its headquarters here and has recently purchased the Norfolk Southern line between Grand Rapids and Elkhart, creating more than 40 jobs.